Welcome back. Adrian Buchan taking on Michael February in another round 2 classic. This should be a good one. Ace Buchan's had some strong results here in the past. Michael February competed here last year as a wild card, did some damage, and now a fully fledged member of the championship tour. Let's see how he fares, chasing his best result of the season.
If you're in Africa, you're probably right here on the beach.
Here we go, Michael February getting stuck into it now. So there won't be a restart in this heat. As Michael just shows us some of that classic style, loading up some speed now, getting in that top portion of the wave to really generate some momentum down the line. Still driving, but he won't find the open face.
So this is an example of the two surfers starting out a bit further up the point. Now you see Ace kind of making his way back down the point, so a little bit too deep for Michael February.
Michael on the inside picks up this one, locked in, but you can see him go down on the inside there.
Perfect example of the wave grabbing his shoulders and instantly slowing you down. That's why you have to get so compact and so small through those barrels.
Well, here comes some taller lines, and Adrian Buchan, he's got his pick on the outside, and he's opting for this first one. You can see the patience. Just really still at this point, now starting to put the foot down in the fast lane, trying to get out in front of this one, driving up into the pocket. Nice transition snap to kick things off. More room to move here, up into the pocket, does well to hang on to that one. Really reading this wave well, trying to be smart, doesn't want to overcook it by overcommitting to these bottom turns. So adjusting nicely and just hangs onto the float.
And I do see a change in equipment for Ace Buchan. We saw him with the baby blue rails yesterday, today with the black rails. So we were talking about the fact that he was coming off the bottom a little bit. Looked like it was challenging him a bit. A lot better look today. A section to hit and finish on, instead just the kick out. So here's the comparison in the exchange. You can see his board bouncing with all that wind and chop on the face, doing everything he can to keep moving down the line into the wind. This is where the section starts to open up for him. And he really does have to kind of pick and choose where he hits those sections. I mean, looking at it, it looks choppy all the way across. So no matter what, you're just kind of placing it there and steering down. Nice finish though for Ace. All of a sudden that negativity could creep in.
Well, Michael February here has picked off a pretty clean wall. Couple of decent turns to kick this one off. This wave is standing up pretty nicely on the inside. February transitioning through to the inside. Bit of foam on the face. This is going to be a tricky last section, but he's going to want to try and stick something here on the end of this ride. Unfortunately, that one just fades away. Didn't even really have that oncoming closeout that he could really rip into. So the 25-year-old, he'll drop his best number with that one.
Seeing that he chose this wave, kind of third wave of the set, so it's going to hit that white water. He's able to get the maneuvers done with a little cleaner on the outside section, but here's where it gets into that foamy stuff, and it can be real challenging to have those fins engaging with all that white water on the face and the wind blowing in there.
Here he goes, chasing a score at the moment. Doesn't need much, just a 3.57 to get himself into the lead here. Just under 16 minutes to go. And Michael goes to the air. He's going to stick the reverse. Still has room to move down the line. Can he add more? Look at the ribs. Such a tricky wave to surf. You can tell he's inspired at the moment in front of this hometown crowd to do big things in this event. But doesn't get the big finish on the end of this ride. But
still think he'll get enough.
I love the flare.
Yeah, and that is an adjustment. Love it. I love the spontaneity. Didn't see it coming. All of a sudden, there's that wow factor. I wish he would have pulled the last move, though. I think that is important to kind of showcase the entire wave as a package. Again, nice first turn, and then understanding conditions, get that board right there. It gets the rotation was a bit horizontal. You want to see it maybe some more inverted to start to really elevate that score. But when you package it with a few turns, generally that'll help out a lot. I mean, you're going to see him probably take the lead here. Just right there, would have loved to have him had that full finish and that would have really helped to keep that positivity flowing in the right direction.
Let me tell you, though, watching these waves come around the corner, you see them breaking way up at the top there like you guys were talking about. Well, you'll see this set come in all the way down. It took about 60 seconds, but it's here. Let's see what Ace has.
Buchan on wave number 2. Only needs a 2.44 to get himself into the lead. Very careful with these bottom turns. Doesn't set the rail too deep. Made that mistake yesterday a couple of times. So he is really just pacing himself through those bottom turns and then turning down hard into the bowl. And he gets a solid finish there. So that should be the number he needs to get back out in front.
So again, this the brilliance of Ace and understanding how you compete. You need 2 solid waves. He's going to make sure of that. Now has plenty of time to go out there and build. All of a sudden that door's open for February, whereas Ace not going to make the mistake here. He finesses his way through this, gets some maneuvers done. Again, a little redirect, gets that board headed back the other direction, which again shows a bit of commitment. You know, he's one of those guys that can go upside down, but he's not pushing it. You know, generally if you see Ace pushing it, it's where he gets his head super low to the water, his hips up into the lip. Here, he's just kind of finessing his way through it, but he's going to get a number that's going to match up with that 7.33. He's going to have the lead. Oh, let's see it. He's paddling for this one.
Well, still something out the back, maybe something a little bit bigger. So Michael February really has to make this one count. First turn is smooth, like everything this guy does. Floats to get down the line, accelerating. He'll get back out in front here. Good looking wall. Just biding his time for a moment now. Now starting to link together a couple of solid hits on the inside. Silky off the top, moving a lot of water. Needs more though, you'd think.
Strength of those maneuvers on that outside section. Plus that kind of middle turn was solid. You know, and this wave was nice for Michael, except for this point where he really had to work so hard to get around it. He's very fortunate because then he was able to find these 3 maneuvers at the end. I mean, looky where he's trying to choose those maneuvers in the lip. I mean, I love that on your forehand, he's able to kind of get a little bit higher in those sections and put that board right there in that critical part of the wave. Well, it's going to be close, but it's also how this wave unfolded on the outside for Ace. Again, so there was a little bigger wave. And, whoa, a little stumble there, but keeps it together somehow. And you can see the second wave of the set, the canvas is stretched a little cleaner. And that was very helpful for Ace to be able to execute those maneuvers there. This is where we caught up with the wave. We didn't have the finish. We saw the stumble. Will this improve on the 5.43? I feel like it will, even without pulling this move off.
Adrian Buchan did get a better number. He got a 6, so the requirement actually remains the same for February. A 6.84 is what he needs. But Adrian Buchan up again on a quality looking wave. And choosing some really unique lines to mix things up here. A couple of nice carves. He's already set the fins free. And now looking for a big floating re-entry on the inside. Lands on his feet, but can't hang on.
Those 2 established scores early, he starts to get a little bit more loose in the lip. You know, getting more upside down in his maneuvers, and more critical.
Michael February now with an opportunity. Needs a 6.84. Has to go big. You can tell what he's thinking. Something big down the line. He tucks in for a moment, finds some cover. Still rolling through this one, but won't find the exit.
Bummer.
45 seconds to go, and that might have been his last shot. This one is going to be coming to a close, and the lower seed is going to be bundled out here in the second round. Yesterday, the first round was a tough one for the top seeds, but they've bounced back in a big way. Only one upset so far in this second round. Adrian Buchan successful in holding off Michael February. And he'll be moving on through to round 3. Another big heat around the corner. Michael Rodriguez taking on Keanu Asing.